Hello everyone, welcome to Unturned Polaris. I'm going to be showing you how to get the 2 new achievements for Unturned Polaris. So anyway, make sure to subscribe and let's just get right into it. So welcome to A6 Polaris is gotten by joining the map, and you're going to want to make your way to over this tag row area. And so once you enter tag row, you're going to want to get a gun. It can spawn anywhere, and you're going to need this for about half of the missions. Anyway, you're going to want to find 2 pieces of duct tape. They can be found on the ground, and they look like this. They're blue, they're uncommon, and they can be found in most garages or other areas. And you're going to want to take these over to one of the pizza vending machines, and where you're going to accept the vendor request. And since you already have the 2 tape, you're going to be able to accept that, go through dialogue, and immediately complete the quest and continue. And then in his shop, you'll see that he sells pizza for 80 quid, and quid is being the money that's used in the game through gold pieces such as these. Anyway, you're going to want to make your way back up to the lighthouse, which is marked by this little blue arrow, which if you look in the bottom right of your map, it'll show as being a safe zone. Once you're at this lighthouse, you'll be able to pick up this black wire, and then once you head up the ladder, you will be able to place the wire in the little green spot, and then next you'll just have to fall down the ladder all the way to the basement level, where you'll see this big iron door. You'll be able to click on it, and then slowly it'll rise up. Note that you do have to be prone to crawl through that hole, and then you'll be able to make it to the safe. Once here, you'll be able to find this Bernard guy, and then talking to him will launch a session of dialogue where essentially he tells you that penguins are under control of everything on the island, and they must be eradicated. Following his dialogue, he'll move you over to this boat, where you'll be able to talk to him and start the first quest, which mainly covers gathering C4 and then blowing up a radio tower. Note that this is in a safe zone, so you cannot die here. So the first thing that you're going to have to do upon spawning this area is just run forward and then move to the right to the first exit on the right of the first entryway, and then from here all you have to do is go left, and then you'll see the radio tower up ahead. However, there'll be a small compound down below. Anyway, once going through here, you'll find a piece of C4 which you'll be able to take up, and it will be an account item, so it won't actually show up in your inventory. From here you have to jump up onto these boxes and make it your way through the compound via parkour on the rooftops. Once you've made it up here, all that you have to do is run over to the radio tower, and a green box will appear where you can place the C4, and then shortly after it'll blow up, and then you'll be able to hear a helicopter coming your way, and as long as you grab the ladder, you'll be extracted from the first quest. From there, you'll be able to talk to Bernard once again, and get the instructions for the prelude to the second quest, which involves gathering drill bits. Now, these drill bits are somewhat difficult to find, however you can find them under this bridge in the top left of the map where a mine is located. So once you get there, you'll have to get to the bridge, jump down into the area where the mine is, and the drill bits are in the following locations. First, you have to go to the right, where a red drill bit will be placed on a little, I guess, storage cabinet thing. And then through the buildings, you'll run into the second drill bit, which appears to be a motor in some sort of closet. And then if you follow the railroad track, you'll be able to make your way over to another little storage cabinet where the third drill bit is placed. Now note, if you find a headlamp, you should definitely pick it up, because it'll make the next bit of the quest a lot easier. Anyway, once you get back to Bernard, you'll be able to give him the drill bits, and then he'll give you the instructions to join him on the next quest. Upon entry to the next quest, the drill will be located in the boat, and you do have to grab this before starting the mission. And so you'll go through the tunnel presented in front of you, and as you can see, this is where you'll need the headlamp. So just turn it on, and to your left you can find a gun. It isn't required that you pick it up, but it is useful and a pretty good gun. And so you'll place the drill down here, and you'll notice that there's this little grid thing, and then some patterns to the right, and you'll have to solve puzzles based on the patterns. So if you press drill, then a little timer will appear, and you'll have to press buttons. But if you're bad and mess up a lot, then it'll give you a hint, and it'll make solving it a lot easier, showing you how the patterns are. So as you can see, I'm able to do them here just by sort of following the pattern guide and pressing the little arrows, and once you complete the last one, the drill will finish working and you'll be able to enter the hole. Once you make your way through the hole, you'll find yourself in a water tunnel, where to get to the exit of it, you'll have to first make a left to find just like a general point of reference to figure out where everything is. And here there'll be a little storage cabinet and a door leading to a room with a red switch. You don't actually need to go in there though, and so what you'll want to do is leave the room and continue all the way down the pipe until you reach a red light, where you'll swim down and enter the room and flip the power switch. From there, you'll go back to the point of reference, and then you'll swim out again, except this time, instead of going all the way down, you'll go to the area right before the red light, make a right, and then you'll find two sort of iron ore balls and a gate. And so if you interact with the gate, you'll be able to lift it, and here you can go either left or right. They bring you to the same place, but as long as you go through, you'll enter the area where you have to gather intel. So first you have to gather the first piece of intel, pull the orange switch, and open up the door. Don't flip the switch again, I don't know why I did that there. Make sure you grab the key card, and then go through this door and grab the intel. Make sure you pull the purple switch, and then go through this door. And if you did pull the orange switch on accident, you can use the key card here to open up the door, pull the switch, and make sure you keep the key card with you because you need it for every single door here, and they don't give you multiple of them. So make sure you pull the key card out of every single door, put it into this one, open it, and then take it, and then another one, open it and take it. It gets very repetitive. However, soon you'll find a room with another piece of intel and nothing else. You can't pick up that piece of wood. And finally make it to this last room, pick up the key card, move through, and then finally this last circular room where once you pick up the last piece of intel, alarms will sound, but that doesn't really matter because nothing happens if you stay in the room if you choose to, and you'll be able to find Bernard at the end of the tunnel, bring you back to the camp. And so now for the next quest, he'll request 3 slices of pizza from you, but since you already repaired the pizza machine with duct tape, you'll be able to run to it, open up the shop, and buy the remaining 2 pieces of pizza using the money that he's given you for completing quests. So once you give him the 2 pieces of pizza, you'll be able to continue on with the quests, where he'll talk about a base camp that he has found where there are armed penguins waiting, and there's also a fire-breathing mega zombie at the end of the quest that can do a lot of damage, so make sure you bring some healing items along with you. So the first thing here is going to be a sound puzzle, where as you can hear, the puzzle makes sound. And these buttons correspond to the sound, making their own little beeps. And so once you complete the puzzle, you'll be able to go through the door, up this ramp, and into the main camp area. So really the only thing you need to do here is just press 2 switches. So you press that one, and then you can see that the power line goes over to this other switch, and to get there you'll have to do some parkour on top of water. So make your way through this area by jumping on top of the boxes. No, you do have to jump on the boxes, you can't swim up, so if you get stuck, then that's why. Pull the yellow switch and then make your way through, find this jackhammer. And once you find this jackhammer, the rest of the mission is pretty simple. All you have to do is just mine through this first area. Make sure you go on the left side of the wall because the other turns will be on the left side of the wall, not in the middle. And so just follow through with the way that I'm going because it's probably the shortest route. Honestly, the way that you go doesn't matter because the maze is constructed so that any way you go, you'll eventually reach the end of it, hence that other door. But anyway, once you make your way through, you'll be able to find a room with a helicopter in it. You don't need to stop this helicopter, it's just kind of there for the effect of the quest. It's pretty cool they were able to animate that in Unturned. However, you just have to keep on going through with the jackhammer and you will finally reach the room where the fire-breathing mega zombie is. Now, he may be difficult to take down with guns alone, but luckily the game provides us with these energized snowballs, which only take 3 of them to kill the mega zombie. So you'll just have to throw the snowball at him, and then once you use one, you have to go and press these 2 switches to generate another one. And so in the clip shown, I've already been going at him for about 2 minutes, and I'm very close to death, but somehow I don't die. And so I pick up the final energized snowball and hit him with it. And upon his death, he will also drop an energized snowball, but you need to make sure you don't use this one, because upon entering through this gate and seeing the corpse of him for some reason, which, oh by the way, is caused by the fact that the snowball has so much knockback, so you can use it to jump up here, and then progress your way on through the gate. And so once you reach this door, the rest of the mission is pretty straightforward. There's no enemies or nothing that can really cause damage to you, so all that you have to do is run over here, grab these missiles from this container, and make your way on over to the turret to my left. However, if you want, there is an optional gun here that you can pick up, and so I pick it up here. And so anyway, put the missiles into the tank and press the fire button, where the missile will go and hit the helicopter, And once you do that, a friendly helicopter will appear, and like in the last mission, you'll be able to click on the rope and it'll bring you back to the base camp. Once completed with that mission, you'll be able to click continue. However, this time Nard will ask you for an extra item, being the Steely Wheelie Automobile. So this can be bought from this explorer guy, or it can be crafted using some of the new crafting on this map. But anyway, once you have it, just give it to him, and then you'll be able to accept the quest. And in this quest, it'll mention a penguin being able to drag a tank away with a tractor, which is actually a funny little reference to a new story that came out about how some farmers in Ukraine were able to drag away a Russian tank by using their tractor, essentially just like stealing a tank from them, which is pretty funny, and it's pretty funny that they reference this with the penguins doing it, stealing 2 tanks. But anyway, you have to accept this mission, and you're faced with one last puzzle where you just have to move these bars, like shown, to open up this little light gate and going into the door. And once you do this, the light will turn green and you'll be able to go through and are teleported to a tank room. Now here they have animated Bernard walking to a tank, and so obviously the last thing to do is to enter the tank, where you'll be thrown into sort of like a cutscene mission where you have to press buttons to interact to fire a missile. But just so that I don't spoil everything, I'll only show this and this little end bit where you and Bernard are in the water. Now once you do this, you should get the last achievement, and if you don't get it, then you should get the achievement once the completion of this mission is done and you talk to Bernard for the last time. And so that is the full guide to getting all the achievements. Anyway, I hope this has made sense. Make sure to like the video if you found it useful. You can leave a comment if you'd like any more tutorials on the Polaris map. I have played it quite a bit, so I know a lot about the map. And yeah, anyway, if you want an easier way to do this mission, there is a Steam guide, which I have linked below, which shows you how to use commands to finish the mission. But this is also a quest guide, so that, like, you could do it on servers or whatnot. So yeah, that's it for the quest guide. And if you want to see any more of the quests done, then yeah,